All right, so we're out of Gateway, Colorado right now. We have a fleet of RMAX 21000 LEs and XTRs, as well as our Adventure Max models. We're gonna venture out here behind us. We have some epic landscape we're gonna go through and got media in tow. We're gonna show off all these RMAXs, show off a lot of our Yamaha genuine accessories, a lot of fun trails ahead of us. Can't wait to show these vehicles off to the media. And then even after that, we have a lot of consumers that are coming in to be able to do the same exact ride and experience this fun ride that we have ahead of us. So looking forward to it.
I think my favorite part was we got a little bit of everything. We were in the mud, we were in the snow, high speed, dirt, you know, a little bit of a taste of everything. And then of course with the RMAX, and that's kind of what the RMAX is all about too, right? It's like not just sport or just utility, it's a little bit of everything. So we kind of got to feel that as well.
This thing is a tank. You point it where you want to go, it goes. Quite honestly, I've been in the industry since like 2006 as a tester, and the industry well before that. And I can say this is probably one of the best machines I've ever ridden in.
Blown away. Yeah, I mean, just the whole, from the minute you get here, it's just special. You know, it's a really special trip. The trails are amazing. The car made 0 squeaks or rattles, so that tells me it's built pretty darn well. You know, that just jumped out at me. It's like, where's the noise? I've never driven an off-road car that didn't just drive me nuts with noises, and this car had none. Yeah, I heard wind.
It tackles everything. Dare I say with ease, I'm a little biased, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. You know, D-mode, ultramatic transmission, on-command 4-wheel drive, all the things that we market and promote, yes, but all the things that work just perfectly on the trail. And as advertised, I'll go ahead and just quote our tagline, realize your adventure, realize their adventure. It's humbling. It's humbling in a lot of different ways. And that we provide the vehicles that allow people to get out and do this, but also that we have initiatives that help keep those trail systems open. It makes me feel good about what I do for a living, to be honest.
We got quite a few. Waters. How about you?
My husband wasn't able to come, so I asked my little sister, and yeah, I suckered her into coming. I was willing. She called me with pure excitement. She's like, hey, what do you do next weekend? I was like, I don't know, no plans. She's like, do you want to go to Colorado to ride side-by-sides? I was like, what?
It was amazing. I've never been out west at all, so to be here, and each day was different. It was a great experience.
It was amazing. It was beautiful, very scenic, and different terrain, and just breathtaking, I guess.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like I said, we got to do the whole works, everything from rock to mud to hill climbing to just, yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't think it was going to be this good, you know. Y'all treated us so awesome, took us on some awesome trails, seen stuff I've never seen in my lifetime, and I mean, it's just a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
My favorite part of the RMAX is that it rides like a sport machine, but it's got a bed in the back. So it really crosses over from the utility to the sport side amazingly well.
You know, we took 10 machines out. We did 100 miles a day for 2 days. That's 2,000 miles and nobody broke a thing. We didn't even so much as have a flat.
That's true.
And I mean, that's some of the roughest terrain we've ever seen or been on, you know. that says something for the machine. And we did some, you know, some hard riding, fast riding. Loved it.
One of the great parts about this week has been getting to see the customer experience. And you know, that's really a big part of our job, being in testing for our ATVs and side-by-side product. One of the things we really focus on is making sure we evaluate just like our customers use the vehicles. And this has been such a great experience, you know, huge rides, you know, over 200 miles of operation and such a huge variety of terrain. High desert, whoops, sand, slick rock, just really an epic experience. And getting to see the customers drive the vehicles just like we evaluate them really reinforces that for me. It was super enjoyable as well.
One of the other beautiful things about this ride that we put on, we had RV media that came through, now consumers came through, and we have motorcycle guys too. So they're able to experience our RMAX 1000, see how proven off-road it is, how durable the vehicles are as well. And they're just geeked out and giddy because they've really never had a lot of seat time and experience in our side-by-sides or even side-by-sides in general.
I knew the RMAX was capable, but I've done a couple of events like at Loretta's, at King of the Hammers, but a complete different experience today to get to spend that much time in it and actually, I'd say more so run it through its paces. I was really surprised, I really was. And I actually drove one that had 2 spare tires and a bunch of stuff stacked in the back, and that really surprised me how well it worked, and it was a great time.
Yeah, so the RMAX is awesome. So this is my second trip that I've actually been able to spend a really good amount of time on it. You know, the scenery's been really amazing. The car has handled everything we've come across, from snow to mud to the dry conditions and rocks and everything else that we've seen here.
What an amazing machine. Everything was so smooth, and I just couldn't believe how much abuse it could take through the rocky sections, just because I've never been on one, and you know, it's always the speed, how fast can I take these obstacles. But just like with a motorcycle, sometimes it's easier if you go faster. Then those little bumps disappear and you seemingly float over all of them.
I mean, the simplest thing is the dump bed. The fact that the bed still dumps. I think that's a big deal. I think that that's enough to convince quite a few customers to come check out an RMAX. And then the other thing I found myself doing all day long was going, this is not a pure sport side-by-side, but with the stuff we were doing, it kind of felt like it, right? It's swallowing up whoops, it's hauling down the trail, and it was so fun. So I think, again, that blend of like, you can still dump stuff, you can still haul some hay bales or something and dump them, and when you go out and have fun, it's just fun.
As far as like the Swiss Army knives of UTVs, it seems to be pretty perfect. You know, it's carry a large amount of cargo, it can tow, and we basically drove it like a sport UTV.
Short of being born and getting married and having a kid, this was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. And seeing some of you guys and how long you've been with Yamaha, it's an impressive company. You make great products, and this just really solidified it in my mind. I can't overstate how awesome it was.
I tell you what, it's so awesome to be out here with just Yamaha family. We get the consumers out, they're having such a wonderful time. They are so genuinely appreciative for everything that we're doing out here, and just being able to share all these experiences with them, being able to realize our adventure with them, it just really drives home the whole point of why we're doing this. And such a great experience overall. I can't wait to have many more of these in the future, and needless to say, we had a wonderful time out here on the trails, out here in Gateway, Colorado.